good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, wherever you are in the world, whatever time of day it is. This is Rachel, also known as Ditsy Diamond Painter. And I got to my first whip and chat for whip and waffle for DP Grey May. So I thought I'd do a little how I've set up. And it's more or less how I set up for every time I sit down. So we have my desk. I'm working on Dragon Flame from Diamond Dots. How sparkly is that? And that's even got the cover on still. I've not lifted that yet. I just thought I'd give you... So if you go up, I've started to put magnetic tape in between my paintings so I can put my cover minders on there. And we go across. And that's for when it gets a bit dark or the light's reflecting off it are funny. There's a mug warmer for which Scrapping with Sylvia got one. And I was like, oh, I need one. There's more paintings. My rubbish. My phone charger. But at the moment, I've got my phone plugged in, so I don't lose battery. An array of trays. Then my preferred tray that I'm using, and the pen that I'm using when I'm doing this. So I always start with what tray am I going to use, or trays, because I use various trays. Pop that back up there. So today I'm going to use this one, which is Admiral Zest. Which you can buy these on purple ones on Diamond Art Studio. And then I've got a small grey tray from the Diamond Dots, which has a grey tray in it, and that's just for when I'm doing the small gaps. What pen am I going to use? I think we'll use this one. I have been using my lava pen. If you want, if you do want the links for these, she's got a couple of lava pens on there. It's great because I'm very much a switchy up in down here, so I'll use my multi-placer and then my single placer and I'm up, and it's really pretty. But for this video, because it's grey in May, we'll use this one. This is from brynwoods. I'll put his link in as well, so I'm using that. And what else? That's my stash. I'll be doing my stash video this week for my pens. What else? Oh, don't forget the cup of tea. Oh, and then I do have sweets and that behind there. So that's it. So I'm going to set up now. And we'll have a little whip and waffle. And I'm back. And the postman's just been, and I've got a little unbagging to do on it. Opening up, whatever. So I do prefer my light pad on, just low. Don't forget my glasses. What colour? So we will do why? Just have a little sip of tea before I start. Hot. It doesn't keep it hot, but it does keep it warm, just to let you know. Three dots. Let's get a colour going. I do like these trays, I have to admit. I've got this one, and I've got a smaller one, a bigger one should I say, but that's pink, so we're not using that today. But I have fads for different trays. I have got as well kitting up kitten trays, but I'm still trying to get the hang of them, because every time you use a different tray now, I am using in my pen Abbies Putty. I mean, this pen I've not used for a bit, but I think it's got, oh, it's got me KC, my Australian hard whatever putty waxes in that. And then so the putty is a UK on Etsy. I don't know if she ships abroad, but they smell amazing, and it lasts forever. And in fact, in my lava pen, I've had to keep swapping over, because now I didn't have this trouble on Dreamer Designs when I used the new putty and wax in there, and I've been using the sticky wax from Madwood Turnings because I haven't tried that before. But it's not sticking, it's staying on the pen. And I know that's a thing for like when you first use them, but like I said, I never had any issue on my Dreamer Designs one, my Cosmic Tree of Life. But this one I have it seems sticky enough, but for some strange reason it's just not holding. Boom, boom, boom. So, let's talk about Grey in May. So, the reason I've done DP Grey in May is because I looked up. For those that are new or that don't know, DP Grey in May is to bring brain tumour awareness. And the reason I've done that is because Mr. P, my other half, was diagnosed in 2017 with a brain tumour. At first they thought he'd had a stroke, but no, it was a hefty sized tumour on the brain. Luckily, they managed to get most of it out, but they couldn't get all of it out because it's by his motor cortex, and it would have paralysed his right side if they'd tried to remove anything else. So then the biopsies come back, and it was mixed emotions, mixed results. So it's a slow growing tumour. They can't remove what's left, and it eventually will mutate into a higher grade. That's what happens. Luckily it's slow, so when we went to the appointment with the results, it was kind of life expectancy for this type of tumour once diagnosed is 4 to 5 years. So without any treatment. The life expectancy after treatment is 8 to 10 years. Well, you've got to do it with them odds, haven't you, really? So he had 6 weeks of 6 weeks of radiotherapy, which, to be honest, for his treatment, it's different for every treatment. No treatment's the same. It's, you know, you can have different kind of tumours. You can have, well, it's a bit like cancers. You know, breast cancer, there's different types and there's different strategies to. But so he had 6 weeks, so that's every day, 5 days a week, going for radiotherapy. So we would do that, go for the radiotherapy, and he lost all his hair. He was extremely tired because it's direct on the in the brain. It's not nice. It's more the things you can't see that affected him more. But I was kind of shocked by how hard he found losing his hair. I thought that for a man, especially Mr. P, because he's not a vain man at all. He's not a, you know, if I lost my hair, that'd be, I don't know. I just thought, but he, you know, I think because everything was so quick and everything was, once the diagnosis was made and everything, he really struggled with the loss of hair. So, you know, we had a lot of other things going on. So, you know, we lost his mom and he had to go for radiotherapy on the day of her funeral. And I just think it was so over. I don't know how we got through it, I don't know how Mr. P did it, to be fair. And he got through it like by laughing and trying to just breathing through it, you know, because it was so hard, especially for him. It was heartbreaking for him. Yeah, so he had his radiotherapy, which didn't shrink it or anything. And to be fair, it's scarred. So he had more side effect. He had more kind of brain damage from the radiotherapy than anything else. And eventually it got, so short-term memory wasn't as good. Fine motor skills are quite poor. So he used to like doing electric circuits, boards and stuff, and welding and building computers and all that kind of jazz. But he can't do that now. His fine motor skills just aren't, because he's slightly weaker on the right side, and that's the side he uses as well. And he's quite shaky. He can get quite shaky on that side if he overuses it and that kind of thing. extreme fatigue. And even now he suffers with that. Even now he suffers with that. But and that was the chemo as well that kind of topped that one off. So yeah, so we went through that. Then we had 9 months of chemo. He had a month off, and then he went into 9 months of chemo. And his chemo was different in, you know, he wasn't on the drip for hours or anything like that. So he had oral two different orals that he had to take, one the beginning of each cycle and then one every day, and then he had to go in every 2 weeks for a drip, something like that. I had to go on a drip, but the drip was just to have a quick look today. The drip only took 10 minutes. Waiting for his chemo in the waiting room could last anything up to 6 hours. It was literally, you got there in the morning and you waited until there was space. He had an allergic reaction to one of the tablets, so he had to stop taking that. And the drip was 10 minutes because it was that toxic, it burnt your veins. So he couldn't, so whereas, you know, they'd put you on a drip and you'd sit there with your solutions and, you know, try and think positive and all that jazz, he wasn't allowed to be left alone for those 10 minutes because it could really do damage. And even now, I mean, when he started, you could get blood out of Mr. P, like, yeah, you just literally had to tap him and you could get a needle in and the blood would come out and you could get an IV straight in. And then by the time he'd finished his treatment, it took 7 attempts. Various nurses trying to get an IV into his veins. They all over him. They would literally just keep puncturing him until someone could come along that could do it. So, yeah, it wasn't fun. And that was just the fatigue. But his hair came back while he had his chemo. He didn't lose his hair, but he lost it in the radio. Which, you know, people don't know them kind of things, do they? You just think chemo, loss of hair. No. And it was things they couldn't eat and all the things you don't think about. So if you wanted to show your love with your partner, condoms had to be used because his sperm would be toxic. All these kind of things that you just don't, not that he was in any fit state to do that, but, you know, it's all them things that you just don't think about, and the exhaustion is like nothing. So he you know, and the kids were only young at the time. You know, Max was only 5. Mikey was only 10. Nicholas was 12. And Andrew was 15, I think. They're all still in school. So it's kind of, you know, that was a lot to deal with as well. With the kids and, you know, how do you tell your kids? I mean, you know, he has one of the worst side of issues he had after surgery was seizures, but they're under control for the past few years now with the medication. But again, his seizure medication is that strong that it knocks him out, and But he still gets up and he goes to work, and I am proud of him. So proud of him. He's not let it... I mean, he has his moments where everything was overwhelming him, but and still now that can, but sometimes it does me. So yeah, so he's now 2023. So it's 5 years since treatment this year. And it's 6 years since the first seizure that started it. But he's doing well. He's doing well. He's still working. He's still driving me up the wall. He's still funny. He's all of that. And still annoying when he wants to be. What more can a girl ask for? So we could say. Yeah, so that's our story. But do you know what? He had no symptoms. And that... There was not... He had a stammer. He'd got a bit of a stammer. Not all the time, not consistently. But he had a bit of a... He could stutter a bit. But bar that, you wouldn't know. He didn't suffer from migraines. He didn't suffer from severe headaches. He didn't, you know, he got up for work every morning. But there's nothing that we can say made us think he got a brain tumour. Nothing at all. So sometimes, and then we met a couple, and the man was having the same treatment as John. He'd been diagnosed with the same kind of tumour as John, and he was exactly the same. He had no symptoms that he had a tumour. Nothing at all. And then he went to the park and he had a seizure in the park on a bench. You know, so I will be in the next one doing symptoms, because some people do have symptoms, obviously, because again, different kind of tumours, different areas of the brain that it can affect, different, a bit like any cancer, like any tumour, you know. Some people can go years not knowing, like John did. They think he had his for years, and then it just hit that one trigger in his brain that caused the seizure. And his brain developed the tumour. It didn't develop from somewhere else. There wasn't a... So I will be going through... I'm going to be looking up for my next whip and chat symptoms. And... but know that not all the time is the symptoms. And you can't do anything if you're not symptom, you know, if you're symptom free. I mean, even now, there's nothing that we can think back on that makes us think that would have been... that should have warned us, if that makes sense. So yeah, my mum has got a cousin, and she's just had had a tumour removed, and they thought, because she's a lot older than us, obviously, they thought she'd got dementia, and it ended up being and then she got incontinent and things, and they think that was tumour related. No, but she had it removed and seems to be doing better. Not completely, but not completely. But she got there. She's getting there, I think. But she's got lots of other health problems like asthma and arthritis, and you know, it's one of them, sadly. But she's doing well. Well, she's doing better. So what else? So that's it for the awareness bit. I will try and find a link to the to some sites that if people want to be interested in, they can have a look at. Or if does anyone want a donation page? I don't know. I didn't want to make it about money, to be honest. Just awareness. What colour next? What colour shall I do next? Let's do that 9. That is 999. So now we've done that bit, let's talk about my tree of life. That was amazing. I really enjoyed that. I know a lot of people don't like confetti, but I find that a lot of dreamers design, well, especially the kind of artwork I go for is confetti. So I am going to be doing, I was supposed to have done it this week actually, this pen stash, and then a painting, how many painting stash and all the rest of that, which I could do with doing because I need to organise, because I've just been throwing them in a corner. We will go in. So yeah, so my pen one, so we'll be doing a, because that's easy, they're all in one place and they're all little and all that malarkey. And I want to try and catalogue them so I know what I've got. But I've been really loving the Dreamer Designs stuff that's been coming out. So I've had a couple from there. I really like their style of rendering as well. Sorry about that. I hadn't got enough space left on my phone. So we was on about rendering, wasn't we? I like the rendering of Dreamer Designs. There is about 4 paintings that I'm desperately waiting to come in stock from Diamond Art Club. And yeah, I've been waiting for months for these to come back in stock. So that's one. I've got a painting coming from Diamond Painting Fanatics, which was Dainty Diamond Art, but Cindy changed it to Diamond Painting Fanatics. What else? I've got one from Shop, the Diamond Painting Shop, you know, the OPPE one. So yeah, my Diamond Art Dreams have all come, so I've got some more unboxings for them. They're Alice in Wonderland ones, because I love me some Alice. Anything fantastical and wondrous and magical and is the way to go. I've got a Raven one coming from the one with the Diamond Art. So if nobody knows, it's my birthday this month. So I've asked for diamond paintings because that's the way I'm rolling. And it's, I don't see the point in having things. I know I've got loads and I don't need any more, but I don't do anything else. Do you get what I mean? So say tomorrow, if we couldn't get diamond paintings anymore, I could diamond paint for a good few years yet. Sorry, I needed a swig of tea. It's look, having a mug warmer's changed everything, honestly. It's changed everything. So we will do minus side. Or do I do percent? We'll do percent side. And I don't wear makeup. I don't really wear jewellery. Bar my necklace. And I have got a Pandora bracelet. I don't drink. I don't smoke. I eat crap. But if I had to choose between buying crisps and diamond painting, then I'd choose diamond painting. As long as I could still have tea. What else do people do? I don't go out anywhere. So yeah. So what do you buy? Someone who doesn't do anything? Buy diamond paint? I suppose I could do pens. Mr. P moans about my pens now. I have got a pen coming from Norse Alchemist, so I'm looking forward to that. And there's one called that I've found a company called Highland Boxes. But they've got the same. They never seem to change the pen, if that makes sense. They don't seem to sell any. So I really like if they put some more on. They're just not more colours. Do you get what I mean? And I'll go for any colour, but they're not. They don't shout wow in the colour. The designs look really good, but the actual colours aren't mine. So, see, I need to change the putty in this, really. I'm just going to show you. Oh, actually, let's finish this colour. And then I'm going to show you see if it sticks on with my other pen. Oh, I just knocked something and I don't know what I've knocked. So we'll do a T. So what's everyone else working on? Is there any unicorns out there? What unicorns are you after? I don't know what I'm doing after this one. I have got a huge Dreamer Designs one. It's massive. It's got 90 colours or something in it. It's the biggest diamond painting I've got, I think. In fact, I'm almost positive it's 60 by 180 or something like that. It's huge. It's not normally my style of artwork, but the challenge of it is just it's can you hear my belly? Alright, so I'm going to do it with the new pen. So this is my new pen with the more recent wax and putty in it. Let's see if it'll work. It's going to make me look like a fibber now, isn't it? That's what it's going to do. See, it's already... I've tried wetting it. I've tried, you know, when you try and pop it off your jumper, like, you know, like that, to try and dirty it up a bit. But it's pretty, I love these lava pens. I really like these lava pens. They make me so happy. We're going to do a magic word to put in the comments to win some cover minders, and I'll pick them from whatever kind of styles, what colours you like and stuff like that. So, and then I'll send you some cover minders and my magic word. Oh, and Dainty Diamond Art, why did I not forget to say that, is donating a £15 gift voucher, gift card voucher, whatever thing. So that'll be put in with the grand prize, to be honest, I think. We shall see. I'm still working that bit out because that's me. It doesn't see, it's working a little bit at the minute, and then all of a sudden it will go really sticky again. Or is it the glue that just seems to... That's not me. See, anyone got any ideas how I can make this less sticky? Because I don't know. So we see what's coming in the post quickly before the end. Oh, my magic word. My magic word is dragon. If you say they'll put the word dragon in the comment, and it's open to all, if there's no limit on this. This is Diamond Putty Painting Putty by Cat. Sweet strawberry sherbet. Now I really do like Abbies, but I just yeah, obviously I just waste money on bits of putty. Let me smell it. Oh, that smells, it almost, that looks edible. Does that not look edible? Oh my life, that's good. Oh, that smells so nice. So I'll be trying that at some stage. I don't know when. I might have to try that one to see if it's less strong than Abbies. Maybe for diamond dots. There is no grey in this pen. There's gold in it. I do love this pen though. Let me try again, see if it works. Yeah, so it just makes things harder to... Never mind. So if anyone's got any ideas on how I can weaken the putty, not because the putty, but because it's got to be this, because I had literally nothing wrong when I didn't have this issue on a Dreamer Designs, that's all I'm saying. So obviously it's true. The only other thing is just to go onto the pink wax, which I might have to do. Just because there is a lot of, and it's not like after using it a while, because I have done a fair, you know, I don't know if no, you can't see, but I've done a fair bit. You know, I've done all along here, so it's not like I've freshly done it. I don't know. Never mind. The challenges, the challenges. The first world problems, as they say. My pen, I'm not liking the fact though that my pen doesn't match. So I might change it because there's more blue than I thought. I haven't really got any blue diamond painting pens. I haven't got a dragon one. I don't know actually. Have I got a flowery one? Because there's blossom. I haven't got a blossomy one though. Oh, I think of something. Oh, actually, I have got a pinky. Look at that one. That's from Brynwoods as well. I could use that one, couldn't I? That's more a dark bluey purple and pink. I'll have to change the end. What am I on to? So, I think that's it. Because I could rub it on forever about absolutely nothing. Again, if you want to do enter in for cover minder, well, it'll be a couple of cover minders probably. Then let me know by putting the word dragon. Did I say dragon? I can't even remember what the word was. I think it was dragon, wasn't it? That's bad. I should think of these things before I start the video, really, shouldn't I? Anyway, press that thumbs up. I'm going to love you and leave you, and I hope to speak to you soon. Bye.